growing up, this was never my mission. I had an idea in my mind of what I was going to become, and it had nothing to do with speaking. It had nothing to do with this line of work. But when my sister was raped, my world changed dramatically. And I was in a place of pain. And then when I heard this speaker speak out about the topic, now this is back in 1990, 91, when very few people were talking about it. And I realized, wait a second, I can use my voice to do something about this. And once I started to do that, it was invigorating. I knew this is where I belonged. And that's a statement that when it comes to respect that I love, somebody says, I know I feel respected when I feel belong, where I feel like I'm at where I belong, right? It's a beautiful statement. And doing this work, I knew I was at where I belonged. And each of the steps along the way, that reinvigorates me. When I started working with companies and I did the first few events, I'm like, what just happened in that room? I knew I belonged. And that's when I knew we're doing something special here. We're doing the right work here. And that's the question I keep reminding myself. Am I doing what I'm doing? Is this where I belong? And if I know the answer is yes, I'm fired up. Now, the energy, I'm born hyper, right? I was born with the energy. So now it's a matter of how do I channel that energy to have the greatest positive impact that I can try to have in this world. And that's all of our journeys, right? In some way, how do we take the energy we've been given and funnel that and navigate it to have the biggest impact? And that's the ongoing learning process for me, because I'm always learning. I'm still making lots of mistakes every day. The stuff that I talk about with audiences, we all engage in these mistakes of disrespect. It's a matter of whether they're willing to admit it so we can be more aware and catch ourselves and stop ourselves from doing it. Now, there's grave versions of it that hopefully most of us never engage in. And there's subtle versions of it that we can all accidentally fall into. And it's trying to do less of that so we never even get near the severe behavior.
Wow.